Hi guys, my name is Bas and welcome to episode number 16 of my R tutorial videos here on YouTube. So today we're going to have a very first look at regression. And today we're just going to use a simple linear regression model. And regression is often considered a difficult topic, but I'll make sure that for you guys is not that hard. I'll show you guys how to do it. I'll take you through it step by step. The total amounts of videos on regression will be about 10. So in 10 videos I'll explain everything. But today we're just going to start with the basics. So just sit back, grab a cup of coffee and relax. I'll make sure that everything is really clear for you. So regression basically means that there is a relationship between an independent variable and a dependent variable. And if the independent variable increases, then the dependent variable also increases or decreases. And that's what you want to find out. So today we're first going to install a package, which is going to be called library and then tidyverse. And then Ctrl Enter to open the data, Ctrl Enter to run the package. If you don't know how to install a package, then check out episode number 1 of my tutorials, but I think that everyone by now knows how to open a package. And we're going to use the dataset, so we're going to view the dataset Star Wars. That's the one we're going to use today, and press Ctrl Enter. And then you can see that it's a dataset filled with all the Star Wars characters, their height and their mass. And what we're going to do today is take a look at these two variables, at the height and the mass. And we're going to say that there's a linear relationship between height and mass. So if your height increases with 1 centimeter, with how much does your mass increase? So we're going to say that there's a relationship between height and mass. If height increases, then mass also increases. And we're going to figure out with what extent exactly. Well, how do you do that? Well, you go to your source screen and you press Star Wars to start off with. Star Wars, which is the dataset we'll be using. Then Ctrl-Shift-M for the pipe operator. Then we're going to filter, because we're going to filter out one respondent, which is Jabba the Hutt. We don't want him in here. And we're going to filter out the mass has to be lower than 500. So we don't want characters with a mass over 500, which is 1. So we want to filter out only the respondents with a mass lower than 500. And then a pipe operator again, so Ctrl-Shift-M. And then we're going to do the actual linear model itself. So you press an L and an M, and then between brackets, and then first the dependent variable, which is, in this case, mass, and then the wavy sign, the wavy curvy sign, and then the independent variable is going to be height. And then a comma, and then data is, and then a dot. Because we want to use, it means that we want to use the dataset which is already mentioned. Then the pipe operator again, and then we press summary, because we want a summary of all the linear model values. And then we press Ctrl Enter. And then if you go to the console screen, so in the bottom, you can see the actual values of the linear regression model. And we're going to look at the coefficients table. There are also, there's a residuals table and the residual standard error, but we're not going to look at that. We're going to keep it as simple as possible. So you have to look at the coefficients table. And you can see that you have to take a look at the estimates. Those are the most important values. And that's also called the slope. So if the slope of height means that if height increases with 1, then the mass increases, we figured out, by 0.62. So once more, linear regression shows if your independent variable, so height, increases with 1, then the dependent variable increases with 0.6. And then at the end, you can take a look whether this is a significant relationship. And the p-value is 0.00000, way more. So it's lower than the alpha of 0.05. So we can determine that yes, the relationship between height and mass is significant. The second value is the intercept. And the slope of the intercept basically means, and listen, the value of the dependent if the independent is 0. So in this case, if the height is 0, how much is the mass? And that's minus 32.5. But listen, this is a hypothetical answer. Because your mass can't be minus 32 kilograms. It can't be, but it's a mathematical correct answer. So if your height is 0, your mass is minus 32.5, and then for every centimeter your height increases, your mass increases with 0.6. So if we have someone who's, for example, 100 centimeters tall, then you take the starting value of minus 32.5 plus 100 times 0.6 added to that. So that's how simple linear regression works. It also can be seen as the y is ax plus b equation, which is used in mathematics. The y is in this case the dependent, and in this case a is the slope times the independent plus the intersect. So in this case y is ax plus b, is the dependent is the slope times the independent plus intersect. So in this case it also means that the mass is the slope, which we calculated, 0.6 rounded off, times the height, plus the b is the starting value, so the intersect was minus 32.5. So that's and then you can fill in the height, and then you get 0.6 times the height plus minus 32.5, and then you get the mass. So that is a simple linear regression model. I hope this was useful to you guys. If you have a question about it, then please leave a comment in the comment section down below. And if this video was useful to you, then please leave a like on this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I will be uploading way more art videos, so every bit of help and every subscription counts. And for now guys, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Ciao!